Another adventure, guys.
Woohoo! So we are still in Antigua, and our friends are still visiting us, Todd from Illinois and Jens from Denmark. And today we're going to go on a tour. Not just any tour guide, though. This is a tour guide who comes highly recommended from subscribers in Texas, Kimberly and Darren. So thank you for the recommendation, guys. We have hooked up with Carlos, and he is taking us out on a fun day here in Antigua. Now, we're going to start by driving through town, headed to the outskirts of town, where there is a Macadamia Nut Farm. Completely organic, does a lot of great things for the environment, and is supposed to have an amazing restaurant. So, let's go see what this Macadamia Nut Farm is all about. And then after that, we're going to check out some Guatemala coffee. Seems like Carlos is full of all kinds of really cool information, and you can tell he definitely loves this area of Guatemala that he calls home. Now, the first thing he's going to give us a scoop on, if you've been watching our past videos, you know that we see these armed guards everywhere, and we were just kind of curious what the scoop is on them. Well, Carlos is going to tell us.
So, we notice a lot of guys with shotguns. What's the story with all that?
Well, in Guatemala, that's something I call prevention in this country. So all the businesses handling cash, everywhere, restaurants, banks, supermarkets, they all have private security. So these are private guards. They were hired by the different companies.
Okay.
So that's a good business in Guatemala for some companies, and most of these guards usually are people with little education. So they just get the basic training on how to handle a gun, and then they get a job.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't need, like higher education.
Just know how to use the gun.
How to pull a trigger, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. So we have it all over. If you come from Canada, if you come from England for the first time, it's a little bit shocking because you see guns everywhere.
Yeah.
But nothing happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the guns, nothing happens. In other countries, you don't see the guns and
Stuff
lots
happens.
of things happen. Yes, exactly. Yes.
So, welcome to Valhalla Macadamia Farm and Restaurant. Now, this just isn't any typical macadamia nut farm. This place is completely organic and was founded by a guy from the United States who retired from the fire department and moved down and got involved with the macadamia nuts way back in 1985. Now, what's cool about this place is not only do they do organic nut farming here, but they also give back to the community in crazy cool ways. And the macadamia nut tree is really good for the environment and cleaning the oxygen. So what these guys do is, yes, they grow and sell macadamia nuts. They also create like skincare products and all kinds of oils and everything from the nuts. So it is a viable business, but they also give back to the community by going out into the indigenous communities and giving them macadamia nut trees to plant for a long-term higher income opportunity and a way that these indigenous people can help the environment and help their communities at the same time. So they have given away thousands and thousands of macadamia nut trees and helped the indigenous farmers learn how to cultivate them. So that is pretty cool. They've won tons of awards. It's a really amazing place. We did a little local tour guide experience here, and we just learned that there are many different kinds of nuts, that they can pull the oil out of the nuts and then the nut is still edible. They use all of the peelings and the shells and they go right back into the composting material. No pesticides, completely organic farm. And they take the shells of these macadamia nuts and they break them down and they use them to smoke the barbecue that they serve at this restaurant. Now, guys, this barbecue was incredible. I can't even explain. It did not taste like macadamia nuts, but man, it had a flavor to it that was really, really good. We had the opportunity to have lunch with the owner and his wife. We heard lots of stories about his past in the States and all the good that the farm has done. And it was just a really cool experience and a really good lunch. It's like 20 minutes outside of Antigua, and they also have a spa. So if you're in Antigua, you're going to want to hop out here, learn a little bit about the macadamia nut. You know, if you can take a tree home and plant it, do it. Of course, we live in a van, so we could not do that. But you can get a massage at the spa, but for sure have the barbecue ribs. Oh my, were they really, really good. So this was a nice start to our tour. Now, after this, we're going to hit the road, and we are headed to learn all about what makes Guatemala's coffee arguably the best coffee in the world.
They are not just pretending to be a farmer for you today.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we just picked up some hitchhikers. No, we got a treat. We picked up the coffee farmers here, and so they've got their tools and all that stuff. So I guess we're going to go to the coffee fields, and they're going to show us around. So pretty cool. So guys, we're in San Miguel Escobar, and that's where we picked up the coffee farmers, and we're going to head up to the fields and see how that process works, how they grow it, how they pick it, all that stuff. And then we're going to go back and see how they process it.
My dad,
So,
Freddy.
Freddy.
My name is Alfonso. We are real coffee farmers, and today we have a real coffee experience.
Awesome.
Hoy vamos a conocer la experiencia desde la semilla hasta la taza.
Today we know the experience from the seed to the cup.
So the family is here working in the fields. You can see some over there. And you can see some of the coffee that's been picked right here. And also in the bag.
And we use the basket in this farm.
Okay.
Why? Because we have two hands free.
Oh,
Yeah?
perfect.
You remember the Bourbon is very, very tall? Yeah? Good. You can take the tree and start to down. Yeah. You get it?
Yeah.
And start to picking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we need to select only the red ones. Okay? You can pick someone.
Okay.
You want to pick some soon?
We need to pick 50 pounds.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll pick a whole
Go ahead.
basket full.
Go ahead.
Yes.
So just the red one?
Actually, the goal for every person picking coffee in a place like this is 100 pounds a day.
100 pounds, it's 10 plants.
About 20.
About.
Because they are not all.
They're not taking all of it. Yeah, they're only taking 20%, 30% at a time.
24 baskets.
Yeah,
It's 25 pounds.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Stone?
I'm picking coffee. I'm picking the coffee cherries. You only pick the red ones. All right, we are getting Curt suited up for a day's worth of work in the coffee fields. The goal for a coffee picker is 100 pounds a day. So Curt, you have a lot of work to do.
I have a lot of work to do.
Curt is getting strapped up. Now he's gonna pick some. He's sore from Acatenango. His back and his legs.
So you're pretty quick about it, aren't you?
How many you got, Curt? Oh, you did good.
See who's got. Oh! So there's a couple things going on in the coffee fields. There's different varieties, and these are fairly new plants. But if you can kind of see between the plants, they also, in this case, have squash or big gourds, and so it's quite common for them to grow other things in the coffee fields. And then additionally, they have these trees that provide shade, which is somewhat what the coffee plants need. So they have, in some cases, fruit trees like bananas or other avocados and other fruits. And so there's a lot happening here, but the family farms this, and it's really something that they maintain year round. And we just happen to be lucky enough to be here during the harvest season. And right where I'm looking right now, right where we're looking, you can see the family who actually owns this plantation picking the coffee, and now we're gonna go down and watch it being processed and learn about that. So come on, guys.
Okay, we are leaving the coffee field, headed back to their house to learn how they process this stuff. Carlos is taking us. So let's go see how they make this coffee. Curt is ready to make coffee.
After to come into the picking cherry coffee.
So I can ride the bike and you give me beans and frijoles? How many hours do I have to ride the bike for beans and frijoles?
Today no, today you probably a cup of coffee. Okay, we have some carrots here. And after to picking the coffee cherries, only the red ones, we need to make first classification. We can revisar.
To check.
We need to
Making
check
sure.
if don't down some green coffee, because one of green coffee affect 45 of the red.
Are they bitter?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And we need to separate this.
One bad one.
Yes.
That's the one Jens picked.
Yes. I tried to. We need to pass for this machine. We call it. The name is the pulper.
The pulpit?
The pulper machine. But here we use a power bicycle machine.
Yes, yes.
And it's very healthy for the environment. Yeah, and it's a good exercise for me.
Yeah.
And for my nephews and nieces.
Good.
It's for fun.
Nice. That's good.
Get crazy, run around, you just set them on a bike.
Yes, exactly.
How fast? This fast?
Yeah, this is good.
Getting harder.
Curt, what are you doing?
I'm pulping the coffee. I'm taking the shell off, the red. And I'm turning it from red to green. Turning it from red to green.
Sure de Guatemala.
Yeah, after this, we need to come to, yes, good. Before to the washer, come an important step in the process of the coffee. Yeah, this is the fermentation.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen where they dry the coffee, and then even after that, we have to take the husk off and they turn it into green coffee. And then here's where they're gonna roast it.
She's Mrs. Thelma.
Mrs. Thelma. Hola.
She is the boss. I told you.
So you here and she's there, right?
See?
Exactly.
And she's the youngest.
The baby.
Family, and she speaks English too.
Oh.
Oh, you practice with your sister, right?
Yes, exactly.
Este es un comal de barro que sirve para hacer tortillas, pero ahora lo vamos a utilizar para tostar café.
So this is a clay, like a comal. They use it for to make tortillas too, but today I use it for to roasting coffee.
Aquí hay que estarlo moviendo constantemente para que no se nos dore solo de un lado.
So here I need move constantly because I don't want in the coffee burner.
¿Alguien desea mover?
Anyone to try?
It's just inviting you. Es que me preguntan por qué la gente corta la leña del mismo largo.
Don't let it burn, Snow. Don't let it burn.
La cortan.
Don't let it burn.
Before every other process, you don't get the coffee, smelling.
Until now.
Until now, yes. Now it starts popping like popcorn.
Does it?
Yes, pop, pop. Some of them. And it starts smelling like coffee.
That smells good. Yeah.
Ahí como pueden ver ya va cambiando de color.
Oh, look at to see it changing the color.
Oh, yeah. It was very good.
Yeah, it is very good.
I
Yeah.
need more practice.
You and your brother practice together.
Yes,
Yes.
I practice. But I am I'm so shy.
Oh, you're doing great.
Yes.
You're doing very good.
I am nervous when I start to talk in English, but I need more practice.
No,
See.
Yes,
Muy
practice,
bueno.
practice, and practice.
¿Cómo les gusta el café?
All right, guys, the coffee is ready. Now we're gonna grind it and cook it and drink it. You're fired. This coffee's shooting everywhere.
Okay, you have to move the hips. Yes. It helps.
It's a test. If you don't grind, you don't use the grinder system, you don't get married.
Oh,
You are a bad one.
wow.
Yes.
You're a bad woman. It's okay. Okay.
Those are practical, better teach.
All right, guys, we're gonna be drinking some of the best coffee in the world. Just poured it through a little strainer. Oh, look at this big old thing. Oh, now we're pouring it through another sieve. Into the kettle.
Grandchildren, yes.
Gracias. ¿Cómo te llamas? Freddy Jr.
Ready, the third.
¿Cómo te llamas? Fatima, mucho gusto, Fatima. Yeah.
Very late. By midnight.
It's good.
Is it good?
It's bueno. Salud. Mucho gusto.
Okay, guys, we just finished up with the coffee tour. We're all wired from all the coffee and the cookies. But I gotta tell you, it was really cool learning about the coffee process. But the coolest thing was hanging out with the family and seeing how they have such a beautiful family and how they all participate in the farming and the processing. And yeah, it was just really a beautiful experience, wasn't it?
It was amazing, and Carlos said it was going to be amazing, and he was right. If you come to Antigua, find Freddie's coffee and find Carlos and go do what we just did.
Just find Carlos.
Find
He'll
Carlos.
take you every place you need to go. The guy's been amazing.
All right, just so you guys know, Carlos's information is in the video description. So if you're coming to Antigua, get that from there, okay?
But guys, it's been a busy day, and so this is where we're going to end the video. But as always, thank you so much for joining the journey. We love having you guys along, and we are going to sign out here and see you on the next one in a few days.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Hola. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.